I don't think I've met a person that doesn't love a potato, especially a roast potato. And I've been making these as a side, but people have been requesting them now as a main meal or as a TV snack for when I make them. So I've got a little extra special roasted potato recipe for you today. We're going to cook these twice. We really want to cook them almost all the way through so that the second cook is just about crisping up the outside, so getting that double texture. I'm leaving the skins on. There's some nutrient quality in those skins, which is really important. We may as well use it. So give them a good scrub beforehand. But we're also creating two different surfaces. So we're going to, as they cook, you're going to sort of start to see all of that texture be sort of exposed to the heat, which is where all the crispiness is going to come from. We're going to bring those to the boil. And we're going to cook them maybe for up to 15 minutes. We've cut them down to size, so they're going to be quicker cooking than using a whole potato. But we really want them to be soft, almost breaking all the way through. So we need them to be not parboiled, but fully boiled before the next step. So our potatoes are done. You can sort of stick a fork in them and make sure that they're cooked all the way through. We don't want any of this parboiled business, we want fully boiled. So we'll turn that off and we'll very carefully, if you're lucky, you get a free facial at the same time. So what we want to do is release all of that steam. That steam actually prevents the potatoes from getting crispy. So if we release it all, if we really dry those potatoes out, they're going to get really crispy on all of the edges. And we can sort of rough them up in the colander as well. So we get nice little jagged edges. Anywhere where there is a little crevice, that is another opportunity for crisp potatoes. If your guests are knocking on your door and you need to speed up this process, you could definitely put these potatoes in the freezer so that you're cooling them down faster before you roast it. That way you're gonna get a really crisp potato. So we'll put them into the pan. So you can still see there's quite a bit of steam escaping from there. So once you see that steam really dissipate, there's nothing left in there. They're ready to go into the oven. I'm gonna sprinkle them with a little bit of olive oil and salt. That'll help crisp them up. So they can sit there with the olive oil and salt on. So as soon as you see the steam stop, it's getting pretty close, then they're ready to roast. So our potatoes had about half an hour at 160, and then I increased the temperature to 220 because we really want them crisp. So you can actually hear them rattling around in the pan there because of how crisp they are. And this next step is essential to do while they are hot. So I don't mind if you let them cool and eat them later, but definitely do this while it's hot, while the pan is hot. We've got seeded mustard there. We've got honey here. You could serve them just plain, but why would you when you can have them honey and mustard? So now we want to really mix that around, and the heat from the pan should soften the honey and the mustard even more. So they're already crispy, and now we're getting them glossy, and you can smell the aroma of the acidity in the mustard hitting the sweetness of the honey. And besides the time, this is actually a very simple recipe. You can all do this one at home. So they are lovely and glossy, ready to eat. You could serve them as a side, or you might even just want to have them as a snack in front of the TV.